Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good afternoon, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. Let's take a look at what we're discussing on the show in detail, of course. We will tell you first that Pakistan is all set to face Sri Lanka on the 16th of this month in the first test match. It's a two-test match series between Pakistan and Sri Lanka, the start of the ICC World Test Championship calendar for the year 2023. And of course, if we look at certain details, then Pakistan had the luxury of playing a practice match as well. But just recently, Pakistan cricket team has started their practice at Galle Stadium, where this test match is taking place as well. So they got acclimatized to the conditions as well and had an extensive practice session. And all in all, we're very confident that Pakistan will be able to perform well in this test series. Then, of course, we move on to the Asian Cricket Council Emerging Asia Cup that is taking place. Pakistan team in the opener have beaten Nepal. Pakistan is the defending champions and they performed exceptionally well. If you talk about the bowling department, Shahnawaz Dahani was the pick of the bowlers. He took a 5-wicket haul, and of course also we had some stellar performances with the bat as well, where Tayyib Tahir was the top scorer. Pakistan beating Nepal by 4 wickets. So once again, experience is on Pakistan's side and they're off to a winning start. They are the defending champions, but obviously as the tournament progresses, we're hoping for some great results from the Pakistan cricket team. And of course, in the second segment of the show, we'll be talking about the under-21 tent pegging championship that is taking place. Pakistan has won their second gold medal in this tournament. We'll talk about this in detail, and I'll also introduce you to someone special who's going to be talking about not just this under-21 team, but the concept of tent pegging in Pakistan, especially when women are concerned. She has been part of the very first female tent pegging team as well, and is also an ITPF certified tent pegging coach. So we'll talk to this very special young lady in the second half of the show. Time now to start the show with cricket in our first segment, and introducing our guest in studios. We've been joined by cricket commentator, broadcaster, presenter, and our cricket expert as always joining us, K. Asif Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, sir?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. I'm very well, thank you.
Well, 16th the game begins. Pakistan Sri Lanka match is going to start at 9 a.m. Pakistan Standard Time. You can obviously watch all the action on PTV Sports in HD. But Asif, now they had a chance to practice at Galle, where this match is going to take place. I'll come to the stadium dynamics in a bit. But this fast bowling department particularly is something that we're gauging on. Me and you have been discussing since quite some days and with a couple of shows now. What kind of combination? So you think we're now moving towards finalizing that we're going to go with probably 3 fast bowlers and 2 spinners?
Well, that was the idea which we had discussed earlier as well. But the question is now 2 spinners. Who could be the choice? Either Salman Ali Agha or Noman Ali. Because you know that I'm quite sure that you won't go without Abrar. Abrar is your first choice. And then 3 fast bowlers, as we discussed, that Shaheen Shah Afridi, Naseem Shah and Hassan Ali, Abrar. And now the discussion is either Noman Ali or Salman Ali Agha. I'll go with the Salman Ali Agha. Why? Because you got already one specialist.
And a lot of left-handers in the Sri Lankan side.
Yeah, that's right. So Salman Ali Agha could be a good choice, you know that. And during practice session, you have watched that video that I have watched, and then the PCB's on the PCB's page as well. That Salman Ali Agha was bowling, right? You know that. And let's suppose if he is just try to improvise with his straighter one, dusra delivery, I think would be really, really good for Pakistan. But it's too early, because you know in the past couple of matches he has bowled and he has taken some wickets for Pakistan, performed well with the bat as well. But so far he is not a specialist off spinner. He is still batting all-rounder, not bowling all-rounder. So still my choice is Salman Ali Agha with Abrar.
Right. Asif, 43 test matches in this Galle Cricket Stadium so far. 23 of these matches have been won batting first. 14 matches have been won bowling second. So that's the overall stat. Now I'll tell you the average scores for 4 innings one by one. Average first inning score is 366. Average second inning score 310. Average third inning score 233, and average fourth inning score is 158. So from 366 to 158, the remarkable drop that you see, and the highest total recorded 704 by Sri Lanka against Ireland, and the lowest is 73 all out by South Africa against Sri Lanka. So that's the overall stat, but this figure that we see of each innings tells us how much of the track is going to spin when you reach that 4th innings and you're reaching day 4 and 5 in the final sessions.
Yes, thank you very much for sharing these stats, these valuable information. You know, 366, let's suppose 350. For that, you require that who's batting first, and if Pakistan is batting first, then we require at least 200s, big hundreds, like 120, 130, and then couple of 50s. Babar Azam should perform for Pakistan, same like Imamul Haq and Abdullah Shafiq. Saud Shakil is in a very, very good form, and I have heard his statement that I was enjoying while batting in the practice match. The ball was coming up so nicely over the bat. I'm confident and I will definitely perform for Pakistan. His form is really good in the middle order. Again, one question that, according to my sources, that the Sarfraz and Rizwan both will play for Pakistan, according to my sources. Till last night, that was the planning of Pakistan Cricket Board. Pakistan Cricket Management. Head coach wants that Sarfraz should be in the side because you know that.
What does the virtual management say on that? that is a question I think I'll leave all of you to answer as well. But right after this short break, stay tuned. Welcome back to Sports Extra. Me and K. Asif are in conversation discussing Pakistan's tour to Sri Lanka with the first test match that begins on the 16th of this month at the Galle Cricket Stadium. And I'm sure that during the break you've made up your mind. We have already made up our minds, but I'm still I think gauging that a lot of people are confused with Pakistan's playing 11. This will only be solved on match day, and then finally your questions will be answered. Until then, the only thing you can do is just pray probably that you want your favorite players to play. But the fact is that Pakistan, whatever playing 11 they play, Asif, we agree that it is going to be our job to support that playing 11, and it will be the job of that playing 11 to do justice to their selection.
Yes, that's right. That, and do you have any idea in your mind? Are you thinking any corner of your mind that you're giving chance to Herrera? You think, or you're just coming up with the same playing 11? Let's suppose Amir Jamal, if you could give a chance.
It's a very good question that you put me in this difficult position always. But I think for Herrera to debut means that Sarfraz or Rizwan, one of them is going to be playing, if that is going to happen. And Babar Azam has a habit of giving debuts unannounced. This has happened in the past as well.
Yeah, but even then, I don't think so that you're giving chance to Herrera. You're just coming up with your
regular side.
Yeah, regular side. Because, only 2 matches, World Test Championship, you'd have to give ample chances to your regular players who are going to definitely participate in Asia Cup and World Cup. And then I think in my mind, somewhere I'm thinking Amir Jamal could get a chance in second test, not in the first test, even if you go for the one. And still, I'm not sure, as you said, that just go for the prey and just ask that Kudrat ka Nizam if it works. And if it works, and of course Kudrat ka Nizam works really nicely. Rizwan and then Sarfraz. For both of are really good, and I'll go.
But let's recall your player. What do you think is a probable playing 11 that you see playing? Let's discuss it from one by one. What's your playing 11?
Okay, Imamul Haq and Abdullah Shafiq openers. Babar Azam number 3, Saud Shakil number 4, Sarfraz number 5, Rizwan number 6, Salman Ali Agha number 7, Abrar number 8, Shaheen Shah Afridi number 9, and then Naseem Shah. Sorry, Hassan Ali number 9, then Shaheen Shah Afridi 10, and Naseem Shah 11. This is my playing 11.
Interesting. It's a very interesting playing 11, because what I have gauged so far, which I think is going to happen, is Imamul Haq and Abdullah Shafiq are the permanent opening pair for Pakistan in Test cricket right now. Babar Azam at number 3. You see Sarfraz at number 4, Rizwan at 5, Saud Shakil at number 6.
Okay.
You see Saud Shakil at number 6 probably. Salman Ali Agha at 7, Abrar at 8, and then your 3 fast bowlers, Hassan Ali, Shaheen Shah Afridi, and Amir Jamal.
Hassan Ali is good, against spinners, because he strikes well.
He's got a domestic 100.
Yes, domestic 100.
Even Shaheen Shah Afridi, I think, has really improved his batting as far as current scenarios.
Especially against, Shaheen Shah Afridi is really good against pacers, fast bowlers, that he could accelerate and improvise against fast bowlers. But against spinners, it's a bit difficult, and spinners like Prabhat Jasuria won't be easy. And, interestingly, we have watched their 15-member squad. There is no Tikshana, and they are just coming out without Hasranga. They're now they are engaging their players that you guys are the white ball specialist. Don't go in red ball. They're coming up with the.
Before I move on to the emerging Asia Cup, there's one more question I need to ask you. You mentioned a very important point at the start of this discussion where you said that it's not just about hundreds now, you need to go beyond. Our players have categorically lacked this ability to double their scores. You know why I always say Yunus Khan is one of my favorite players, because he had that ability. I still remember that double hundred in England was absolutely amazing, the way he performed as well. Azhar Ali had certain ability to do that, but later on in the career he was struggling. Our batters really need to come up with the fact that sometimes it's not just that 100 milestone. In Test cricket, in modern day Test cricket now, you got to reach that 150, 200s.
Strange. How could you forget about Mohammad Yusuf?
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
I mean, see that top-notch player, and the way he used to play for Pakistan in the middle order. Do you remember that how he built his innings, 40, 50, then 70s, 80s, 100, 150, 200.
Just watched his video a couple of days ago of that 100 in Australia he got against a full-fledged Australian side. He was hitting Shane Warne down the track for a couple of sixes in the V, and Glenn McGraw was being driven through the offside. Yusuf Bhai was as perfect as he could be.
Yes, guys, you just name any big player and Ahmad is there and he could elaborate, he could tell anything about those players. Mohammad Yusuf, big name. So I think these youngsters definitely, and Mohammad Yusuf have already worked in high performance center with all these youngsters, Hurera, Salman Ali Agha, Babar Azam.
Absolutely.
He was working on their techniques as well.
So every day before, like yesterday we talked about the art of fast bowling for in-swing and out-swing. Today I want you to give these youngsters a tip on conversion rates for your batting, especially in Test cricket.
Try to learn from the star batters like Virat Kohli, like Kane Williamson, like even Babar Azam. And Kane Williamson is famous for his big hundreds. Whenever he scores 100, you go for the big 100, 170, 180, 200. Make your habit, and after scoring 100, you already got confidence, that, and when you are there on the position to play anywhere in any position, then just require to play on the merit. That's it. You know that when the bowlers are tired, and especially in Test cricket, you should plan session to session. I mean, in this session, we'll play till, let's suppose, we'll play with the average of 4. In the next session, we'll play with the average of 5. Now, cricket is, after this baseball idea, everyone knows that you should require a result. After 5 days, don't tell us it's a draw.
After what we've seen now in Test cricket, we're going to hate that. But that brings us now to another factor where Pakistan is participating in the ACC Emerging Asia Cup for the Asian Cricket Council. They beat Nepal in their very first encounter by 4 wickets. They bowled pretty well. Shahnawaz Dhani was absolutely brilliant with the ball, along with Ahmad Butt. Both shared about 9 wickets between them. They got them out under 200 and were able to chase this target down in about 31 something overs, but they lost 6 wickets. Tayyib Tahir was the top scorer. So Asif, congratulations first of all to Pakistan. They've started on a winning note.
Yeah, congratulations. And the good thing is that they played ruthless cricket against Nepal, 181, and they've chased in 31 overs. It's a very good sign. Fast bowlers like Shahnawaz Dhani and Wasim Jr. By the way, are they emerging players?
I was going to come to it. I've taken a couple of names that I brought with me, in my pocket that I was going to ask Asif. Kamran Ghulam, Ahmad Butt. The emerging players for you, the future of Pakistan?
See, seriously, this is a question mark. That if you see the Nepal side, there is some players, they are really good, like Asif Sheikh. He's a very good batter. Sompal Kami scored, I think, 70. He's not a regular batter, I'm telling you that. Even then, he scored 70. Rest, they got all of the players. They're the emerging players, genuine emerging players.
It's just like India is playing Rahul Dravid, Virendra Sehwag, Saurav Ganguly in this emerging Asia Cup. It really seems like that. But like we say, Pakistan is also the defending champion.
But it reflects your fears about winning. That you are not sure that your team is giving 100%, and you're not giving chances to the players like Umair bin Yusuf. He is one of the emerging player. I appreciate. And then Mehran Mumtaz, yes, emerging player.
Qasim Akram.
Qasim Akram is an emerging player.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Yes.
But see, and the rest, Kamran Ghulam, and then Tayyib Tahir, Shahnawaz Dhani, Wasim Jr., they've already, represented Pakistan.
There was a very interesting name came up in Pakistan cricket, emerged from the PSL, was one of the most proper left-arm spinners I had seen in a couple of years now. When you talk about technique, a proper left-arm spinner, not a makeshift or part-time bowler, a proper left-arm spinner who would turning the ball away from the right-handers at a very good drifter, stock delivery as well. Got big wickets in initial PSL phases, including that of AB de Villiers. That was one of the biggest wicket he said he had of his career.
Omar,
Mohammad
are
Omar,
you talking
Mohammad
about
Omar,
Omar? Yes.
Disappeared from the scene. Do you have any information on that?
Mohammad Umar, let me try to find him. Where is he actually? Seriously, I don't know where is he.
Played for Northern as well.
Yeah,
I
played
think,
for Northern
yeah.
as well. But you know that good thing is if Umar is not there, we will find him after the program and we'll try to find him actually.
But why I took his name is these are the kind of names that should be emerging players for you.
Yes, like Mehran Mumtaz
Yes.
is, he's a genuine left-arm spinner. Ahmed, I must talk about a genuine, opening batter, and that is Saim Ayub. He's not performing up to the mark actually. What could be the reason? You know that you, by yourself, you are a left-handed batter, and when we talk about his technique, his confidence, each and everything is there. But still, he's not able to perform up to the mark.
It's a very simple answer.
It is really alarming for me. It is really alarming.
But we have a solution. There is one simple answer. Look, in the world, there is one thing called confidence, in which you might be able to play a couple of shots like this and, a couple of things which might work. Most of the times they work for you. Sometimes they won't. But this is a very unforgiving part of the world where cricket is played, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. Then there is confidence that comes from, there is one confidence which Saim Ayub has, then there is one confidence that Babar Azam has. Why? Because of playing about 100, 200 deliveries on the domestic circuit, in the nets daily, muscle memory is something. And that's why we had been probably pleading the management from Pakistan cricket fraternity to let him, what we call have some ragda in the domestic circuit first. I understand you're scoring in the domestic circuit already. You've played one season. But once you play 2-3 seasons, you'll fail. Then you'll think, oh no, today I got on the slip. Maybe I can left the ball. Okay, I got it down on the leg side. Maybe this time I need to probably, shuffle less. Things like this, which Saim Ayub has not been put into. And it will be very disappointing for Pakistan cricket to lose him like that. But that wraps it up. Asif, thank you very much for joining us. We'll have a complete show, I'm sure, on all of these facts. We'll go towards a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.